There we go. Hey, hey. Alright. Yo, look how clean everything is. Don't worry, we'll fix it. Let's get our ribbon over here. Hello, hello. Y'all, this Halloween mesh is super pretty. Check it out. It's a black and white plaid with a foil orange streak in it. Beautiful. Debbie, you loved your box. Awesome. How's it going? I am a little bit exhausted, but my birthday is this week, so we're like counting down to my birthday. So maybe I'll be live every day this week. We'll see. Alright, y'all, on this one, on the 21-inch mesh, we are definitely going to have some mesh left over. So I am going to make sure I save this. You love the summit. Is my home empty now? My home is empty, and it's super quiet. Was an alert texted out? Debbie, I texted actually while we were live. So it may not have all went through yet. Y'all, if I have leftover mesh, I like to make sure I keep the label in the tube. That way, if I want to reorder it when it runs out, or if I need to look up the SKU to see what the price was, I have it tucked away in the tube. All right, so this mesh is actually a little bit lighter purple than our sign, but I'm gonna go with it. Just gonna throw that on the floor. All right, we're gonna fold that right over in half. When's my birthday? It is the 4th. I think that's Thursday. All right, so we're gonna fold. All right, listen. See how it's got that ugly cut edge? If you ruffle it, sometimes some of those little cut edges can kind of show up in different places. So I like to fold it over and then fold it one in, like if you were making a burrito, right? And then ruffle it. Whenever you do that, look how it makes your mesh naturally want to curl in. That means it's going to hide that catchy side. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go get your finger, grab some mesh, rub on it. It catches. It's the catchy side, right? That catchy side is going to be tucked in, and as you make your ruffles, it's going to always be tucked under. It'll make you cuss just a little bit less. All right. We're going to start right up here at the top and tie it off. All right, we're going to make our little 10-inch poofs all the way around. You opened your shop from the summit. Awesome. Wasn't that scary, was it? My cutting mat is a 24 by 36. This is the one that we sell at DecoExchange. Do I ever get cuts from the mesh? I don't. Lots of people saying they like the summit. So whenever you use this method with the 21-inch mesh, your 21-inch mesh should be able to go over 3 different wreaths. August 2nd birthday, August 7th birthday. Whoa. All right, one more. Laura turned 61 today. All right, y'all, now I'm just gonna cut off that edge right there. 60919 has not come in. I promise, as soon as it's here, y'all will know about it. All right, I'm gonna move this one. So all we did so far was 10-inch poofs right around there. I'm actually gonna grab y'all, I noticed they had a roll of this sitting over there that was already open. So I'm gonna utilize it to speed up our process. Because I can cut 2 pieces at one time. All right, y'all, we're gonna cut these at 30 inches. We're gonna need, let's see how many we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that right? This one usually doesn't have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. 1, 2. Clorinda said that she posted a photo with her face in it. She got a lot of responses. Yep. 3. 4. Last one. Sabrina, I didn't send a message to any group. I sent it to Facebook. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then on the inside, let's see how many of those we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna cut those at about 20 inches. 1. 2. 3. So that's 6. We need one more. There's our 7. All right, we are going to take the 30-inch piece. We're gonna curl it. on both sides. And then we're going to ruffle it right down the middle. And then we're going to add this all the way around the bottom. Do I do Etsy shop reviews outside the coaching group? No, we only do those in the coaching group. Tying that off. All right, we're gonna do one of these 30-inch pieces all the way around the bottom. You just got the text. Y'all, used to the text was instant. Now it's a little bit slower. What's up? I thought it would be easier if I waited to send the text until I was live so I could put the link, but sounds like it may have delayed it even more. Y'all, I just got the text message. How funny is that? Like, literally. So y'all, if you're just getting the text, all we did so far was 21-inch mesh, 10-inch poofs around the top. Now we're doing 30-inch ruffles around the bottom. Can you still sign up for the summit and watch the replays? Yeah, you can still go to makersvirtualsummit.com and watch all the replays. Can we do thank you cards for the last challenge of the year? Robert, the last challenge of the year is going to be Home for the Holidays again. We're going to do that one every year for the coaching group, like our own little Christmas party. So definitely can do cards again. Yep, everyone made it home. Well, I guess everyone made it home. I haven't heard from Deco or Fancy. But Fancy should have made it home in like 45 minutes. I do not burn any mesh unless I'm making the flower. I use a rotary cutter. Kathy, I place mine in the same direction as the frame. Megan does it the other way, and they both came out just fine. So I don't think it matters. All right, we're almost done with the bottom. This is all of our 30-inch ruffles. Do I mean Fanny? Nope. Derica made it home. She stopped at Cracker Barrel. Alright, last 30-inch ruffle. Beverly made her first reel. Congratulations. I think that's the best part of doing the summit or any kind of training is when people come back and say, oh, I tried something that y'all told us to try. All right. So we've got our 10-inch poofs around the top. We've got our 30-inch ruffles around the bottom. Now we're going to do our 25-inch ruffles around the top. Same thing. All right, y'all, the reason that we do the curling, can you see those edges? See how they're kind of funky and that one string right there just wants to peel out? Listen. That's why we curl that edge 1 or 2 times, right? So it looks like a scroll, and then you ruffle it. That way all those cut edges are hidden, and you never have to worry about seeing that fray. Ruffle. Beverly, bless their little hearts. I would say it's nice and quiet, but at home I still have 7 dogs and a cat, so it's still a circus. At least the AC just turned off. What kind of mesh? This one is a snowball mesh. This one is a fabric mesh. Both of these were just in stock on DecoExchange. This one had, I think, 50 left in stock. The black, white, and orange. And the purple had, I think, about 20 rolls. All right, 3 more pieces. Mesh hates you. It's all about just hiding those cut edges, honestly. Has a raccoon been back? I was told that there were 2 raccoons in the dumpster this morning. I'm guessing some coaches might have threw some food in the dumpster, and the raccoons found some chicken. Dolores, every mesh is gonna fray. You just gotta embrace it. All right, last one. So, because that mesh was a lighter purple, I used less of it, and I toned it down with the black and white. Right? So now it's not going to be as noticeable whenever we have our darker purple sign at all. All right, whenever I use a rectangle sign and the words are this way, I like to take my wreath base and just squish it down just a little bit. Whenever you do that, it gives you a little bit of an oval shape, but it gives you more room across your wreath so that whenever you put your sign up here, you have a bigger space down here for your oversized bow. So let's get our sign prepped. All right, this is a lightweight wood. So we can use mounting squares and some super glue. I feel like this super glue might be clogged. Oh, maybe not, maybe not. Megan, are you nervous yet? Whoa, she just clenched. Y'all, it is clogged. So I just got some wire. Poke a little hole in there. All right, y'all, it just takes a little dab of super glue all the way around. Y'all, this is a 1" by 1" electrical mounting square. We do sell them at DecoExchange if you need them. I never recommend just putting the square. Always put some glue and reinforce it. You can't hear me good? Oh, you know what? I need to put my camera back the way it goes. Like this. There we go. All right, while that glue dries, we're gonna move on to make our bow. Let me double check the sound. I look lonely, I'm not. Do I sell the red cutters? I think they're currently out of stock. Let me double check the sound. Sound seems good. Do I sell the red cutter? Okay, so y'all, I am used to making sure that I talk. Okay, so side note, if you get a Mevo, either your microphone can be made in your Mevo, or your microphone can be your phone where it's like talking to the Mevo. I like it to be my phone, and I know that I need to always kind of look this way when I talk. That way you guys can hear it. When the coaches were here, we had a lot of coaches. So some were right here, some were way over here. So we had changed the microphone to the Mevo so that it was more in the center instead of just on one side of the table. So I'm used to the microphone being over here, so I've been talking this way when the microphone was over there, messing y'all up. Sorry, y'all. All right. Y'all, those frames do shed a little bit more than the ones from Craig Bachman, but they are also like a third of the price. So, shed happens. Initially, I was gonna pull a little bit of the green in. So I was gonna do green here, and I was gonna do green in a smaller ribbon, but then I forgot to get green in a smaller ribbon. So we're just gonna put this over here. And we're just gonna use this little arrangement. Y'all, I don't know how this orange chunky glitter ribbon is still in stock. It is so good for Halloween. Like, look at it compared to the stripe and the mesh. It's so good. All right. Little easy bow maker. That needs to be a shirt. Amber, I think I do have that on a shirt, for a dog shirt though. All right. Why is this wrapper so tight? There we go. All right, I'm gonna start with this solid gold glittered chunk because I have it in 2.5 inch and 1.5. So I will bring this towards the base and towards the top. And this bright orange will help separate the rest of the bow from the black and white in the wreath. All right, so we're gonna do about a 12-inch tail. We're gonna give it a good pinch. Give it a nice twist. Put where that twist is. We want that twist to be right in the middle of our pegs. All right, we're gonna go out about 6.5 to 7 inches. I'm saying 7 on this one because I pulled a lot of ribbon and I'm gonna need a lot of space for loops. All right, on this side, we're gonna go about 8 inches. Pam got her stem cutter, awesome. All right, grab our next ribbon. I'm gonna go with another 2.5. Now we're gonna do this one opposite. So we're gonna start with 8 inches at the top. Give it a good pinch. Same size loop over here. And then a long tail right down here. Megan, are you finally home? Tracy, I hope you're feeling good. What is the SKU on the orange glitter? It is 75102-40-19. All right, I'm gonna get some solid colors in here. Stem cutter should still be available. That's MT1013, I believe. All right, now this is our next layer of loops. For that one, we're gonna go just a little bit smaller on the loops. Oh yeah, you got home Friday instead of coming back here. I remember. We even had a whole extra bedroom waiting for you. Diane, the subscription box has already started going out. All right. Y'all, I also saw today that there were 18 boxes of the 1.5 inch ribbon still in stock. That's the 18, it's 24 rolls of 1.5 inch solid color burlap. All right, now this orange is a little bit lighter, but it's a good color to break up everything else that's in there. All right, next loop, just a little bit smaller. Eva, I guarantee you when I put the bow on, I will do it right here on camera. All right, changing my mind real quick. Y'all, I love this ribbon. I think that it works for every day, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, but also pulls in a little bit of Gothic vibes. It's a white ribbon with black roses. And I'm gonna use it to just lighten up the bow just a little bit. And I'm gonna do it right in the middle of the wreath. Not the wreath, right in the middle of the bow. Because we still have layers of darker colors to go on top of it. Right, so this one's a little bit darker. When I pull the sign back out, you'll notice that the witch's stockings are black and white. So I wanted to pull in that black and white pop. Y'all, I do like, if I use a color towards the bottom, I like to bring it back up towards the top. I just happen to have that orange glitter in both sizes. So I'm gonna utilize it. All right, y'all, then I'm gonna finish it off with a little bit of 7/8 ribbon right in the center. To do that, we're just gonna use a long tail, give it a good pinch, give it a loop, another tail. Jana said she's loving the solo stroll. Yeah, whenever our friends are here, it's more of just a fun hangout time. Not so much of a, let's do a class kind of thing. All right. What's the number for the black roses? Y'all, the black roses came in right after Christmas last year, so they're probably sold out. It is 41218-09-21. Jan, you can use the RTMP process to connect to your page. All right, fold my 20-inch pipe cleaner in half. I'm gonna put my thumb on the top in the center. Get my pipe cleaner around it. You would lose the boat, don't jinx me. All right, now this is where I take my thumb and my 2 fingers and give it a good squeeze and just pull it as tight as I can. All right, so before you ever start tying off your bow, you should notice that your loops are starting to pop up. See how they're already starting to do their own thing? That's what you want to see. If you do that and they don't start to lift up, it means that it's not tight enough in the center and it's gonna be a little floppy, and nobody likes them floppy. No floppy bacon, no floppy ribbons, no floppy bows, okay? Or anything else that you don't like floppy. So then all you have to do is start spreading those little loops out and your bow is done. How do I determine how many ribbons I want to use? However many I find that matches what I'm working on. Can't find the orange ribbon, it's there. I just checked out with it. This one is 75102-09-19. This one is 75102-40-19. Look how pretty. All right, put that over to the side, get our wreath back out. All right, so we did squish it a little bit so it's more of an oval. Make sure whenever you start decorating it that you put it back at the oval. Yeah, I do, Brenda. I do think that once the burlap bundles are gone this time, as far as I know, we don't have any more coming back in stock this year. All right, gonna tie these off. Y'all just got the text. I don't know what's wrong with that texting service. I do know that I paid way too much money to text all y'all just now for it not to make it there. That was like $160 to text y'all. Is Jordan gonna decorate your tree for Halloween? He's not here, he can't decorate it. All right, so we got our mounting squares glued on. Now we've got our pipe cleaners added. I'm gonna get mine at a little bit of a wonky angle, right up here at the top. Have I heard anything about the surprise ribbon boxes? They're supposed to be on the truck that was delivered last Thursday or Friday that we haven't checked in yet. So hopefully we have it. All right, so I put my bow back on there, put my sign back so I can see where it would end up, right? I wanna make sure that if I add it here, there's not gonna be too much either way. Wendy, if I text everyone on the list, it's $160 every time I send a text message. So it's 1 cent per text. All right. So if I texted, 20,000 people. All right. So I like to attach one corner, then go to the other corner. All right, now whenever you're adding your sign in, I like it to sink in a little bit, but not smash it at all. Kathy, I guarantee that if you take a deep breath, come back with a better attitude, you'll have a much better time. Wrap this pipe cleaner around the bottom. Then we're going to come back to these two corners. It's a lot of money. Yeah, but you know what? If I send that text and then there's 1,100 of y'all watching and y'all all watch at least 2 ads throughout the video, then Facebook pays for a lot of that text message and you guys get to hang out with me, so it's worth it. All right, so these are tied down. All right, then we've got this big space down here. I'm looking for a circle wreath. Here's one. Let me see if they smash this one. All right, see how this one is a nice circle, but the bow is kind of hugging your sign a lot? This one, we squished the sides a little bit, so it gave us more room between where we're gonna put our sign and where we're gonna put the bow. All right. Now I am going to attach it towards the top center ring. Tails down. Get it nice and tight. I promise y'all did not get a text before I was live because I texted after I went live with the link to the live. It does. It makes your wreath look bigger too. All right. When do we go to the beach? We go on vacation August 13th. It is our the one actual vacation that we go on every year. Check it out. Let's see, like this. All right, let's add our ribbon tails. How do you get the text? You just have to text me at 504-553-3451. Let's use this one. And these two. All right, so there were 17 twist ties on the wreath. So we're gonna do 17 of the 2.5 inch. I like to do mine at 12 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Did I just count out 12 instead of 17? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What the heck? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Susie, sorry, Desi, Frankie will not be in your box, I promise. Yeah, I needed 17. Y'all, this ribbon is, it reminds me of like denim almost. It's super thick. Like, even the blue scissors are having a fun time cutting through them. All right. Now on the 1.5 inch tails, I'm gonna alternate between the two colors. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I was doing some Megan math. When is the 60919 coming in? Soon. It was supposed to be here on my birthday, but I think they keep delaying it. Playing with my emotions. Debbie, the wreath tie with the 17 twist is ones that are from a different supplier. It's not the normal one that we use. All right, so we need 17. We got 8 of those. Let's do 9 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I know, rude. So initially it was going to be Parker's birthday week. Then it was going to be delivered on my birthday. And now they're like, oh, maybe the 7th. Rude. Megan, yeah, so we were supposed to get ours in first. That's why we ordered. So basically ours is in its own, like, they sold us a whole 2 containers of it so that it would be delivered in July before everyone else got it. And it was supposed to be faster because it was going directly from the supplier to us. It wasn't having to go to the middleman to be sorted and all that kind of stuff. And then everyone else got theirs and we don't have ours yet. Rude. All right. Y'all, we got our ribbon cut. We're going to get our wreath back out. our board back. All right, so for this, I'm gonna use the 2.5 inch, the same in every twist, and then we're gonna alternate between the two 1.5. So, needless to say, we have 100,000 different stems coming soon, I hope. All right, fold it in half, and then put that directly in your twist ties. Next year, we ordered, we had to make custom colors that'll only be at DecoExchange. Halloween, Christmas. Yeah, but the benefit that we will have, even though it's late, is that, so how, y'all, okay, so how all these supplies work is there is a middle company that is the wholesaler. The wholesaler gets it from the supplier, right? Well, whenever the wholesaler gets it, they have to add costs to it for them to get it, unload it, repackage it, do all those things. And then they ship it to companies like us, right? Well, we got to bypass this person, so ours can be a little bit cheaper, which is a good thing, since everything else is more expensive lately. It'll be nice to be able to pass some of that savings to y'all. That's the only thing I'm still happy about, is that we were able to get it for a really good price, and we're still able to pass that savings on to y'all. Oh, it's not rain right now, Christina. That's the air conditioner. Yeah, I think ours is like gonna be less than $6. Do we still have scissors? We should. What's my prediction on how fast it sells out? Candace, I ordered 100,000 stems, hoping that it won't sell out. You can't see my face? That's because you're supposed to be watching what I'm doing. Right, so I hope that I have a little bit left over to carry us until the next shipment gets here, because that's the worst, because I like to use 60919 all year, but it sells out so fast, and then I use it, and then y'all are like, why can't I get any? Hey, Debbie. So, Kathy, if you did not pre-authorize and you only added waitlist, then it's still going to be whatever the price was. But that just means that it's going to send you an email saying that it's in stock. And whenever you click on that email, or it's going to send you a text message, it should give you the right price. So I do know that everyone who did pre-authorize, it already changed the price down. And then the people who just waitlisted, it hasn't updated yet. But we have talked to comment sold, and they have guaranteed us that it will correct itself when the product is actually in stock. But I've been saying every live, if you have a question, just email customer service. It's info@damonotes.com. And what they can do is they can delete your pre-order and then add it back in if it makes you nervous. Do I cut my twist ties once you get everything tied in? Mary, I guarantee if you hang out while we make this wreath, you'll find out exactly what's going to happen. Because, y'all, that was the first thing I did. Whenever me and Parker talked about being able to pass the cost savings on, I was like, well, all these people pre-authorized and prepaid. If I go in there and change the price and they pay the higher price, they're going to be so mad. And that's going to be a nightmare. So we talked to the company, we talked to the app, we talked to all the things, and they guaranteed us it would charge all the right price. And then I told customer service, I'm like, y'all better make sure this is right, because if it overcharges people, y'all gonna spend the whole day fixing all those charges. Y'all, this one, here we go. There's my other twist was missing. Tie this off. All right, working my way around. Lisa, Halloween is my favorite too. Sandra, it sounds like you might need a snack, girl. We do not insult anyone here. just hang out, have fun, keep going. Yours is Christmas. I like Christmas, but Halloween is more fun. Doesn't look Halloween. Well, Halloween doesn't have to be scary. All right. Let's trim up our bow. You love the new turkey sign colors? That one is gonna be fun. Sandy, you can always watch the replay for the summit. All right, we're just gonna dovetail these. Judy, it is a social club. If you want, y'all, it's called social media. If you're not talking to your people, what are you doing? Sandra, apology accepted. Vicky, we don't recommend people that we don't know, so it's going to be a no for me right now. Just double checking all of my tails. All right. That's better. Where's our wreath stand? Let me hang it up. See, the table's too clean. The wreath stand's sliding around. All right, let's get this hung up here. I'd rather it be at a little bit more of an angle, like that. You wish you could figure out how to do the colors? literally all the colors are just from the sun, right? So we've got black and white, we've got the purple, we've got the orange. That's it. Everything else fits right in there. Y'all, that is it for tonight. Tomorrow is Monday, so I'll come live with y'all. My birthday is Thursday, so I'm gonna try to be live every day to my birthday. We'll see how that goes. Tuesday, I have to do consulting all day. Then I have creative coaching that night. So maybe. Tomorrow, though, I think we're going to use this sun. This is the No Sew project for August in the creative coaching group. It is the cutest freaking spider. And it's Halloween. Look how cute she'll be sitting up in a wreath. We're gonna have to make a big wreath for her though. Look how big. So I think we'll use her tomorrow. All right. I do know we got new supplies in at DecoExchange.com. You can check those out. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Bye, y'all.